We were thinking it would favour Guild, but I know that you were saying that threes is where you think that Juicers may well be able to upset them.
I do think so. I think that Guild are not a perfect 3v3 team, and if Juicers can beat Semper in 3v3, they can absolutely beat Guild in a 3v3. Even yesterday, their 3v3s that they played were really close. They weren't getting blown out in any of those games. There doesn't look to be like a clear weak link on this team. I think all three of them gel really well together. You know, credit to Marky. No one ever gives a shout out to the coaches, but credit to Marky Duda for coaching up this team, because it definitely shows. These guys have looked really good this week, and let's see what happens as we get started in the 3v3. Again, game advantage. We start with 3v3. Loser gets to pick 2v2 or 1v1, and then we have to play all three modes before we go on the merry-go-round again. So just keep your eyes on that. At best of 7, we're underway.
Love a merry-go-round. A Rocket League merry-go-round, that's the best thing in the world. And then it has gone.
Imagine like riding the little Fennec and like all the different cars. You could have like the Nomad. Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be good. I'd choose the Dominus, obviously, the best car in the game.
I feel like Dominus really suits your height needs. You would be like they'd make a topper after you did that.
A full-length car topper, like Rose laying on the door in Titanic. That's what I want of me laying on top of a Dominus. That's what we need.
One time wearing a topper is a strategic advantage because it's like 9 feet tall.
It adds the extra height to it. Yeah, you can doink it, and my little topper punches the ball along. Well, with a minute and a half gone, we're seeing a lot of midfield battles happen so far in these crew battles, with Faris going far with that ball, as Juice managing to get a demo on Dorito, and that back line was open just for a second. But strong defense managed to keep that ball away. Good ideas for more bumps on that net. Becomes scarier and scarier with every second that goes by, because we are in that grand finals, and sure, there's no prize money on offer here for the players, but they are still trying to get $250,000 for a charity of their choice. It is an incredible competition.
And I see some of your confusion in chat, guys. It is game 2. This is game 2. Guild technically won game 1 because it starts out with a game advantage. So just to clarify that for everybody, it says game 2 on the overlay because it is game 2. But because it's the first played game in the series, we start with 3v3 and no choices happen until after this game is over. So far, Juicers about the midway point, trying to get their first goal against Guild. Guild holding the shot advantage, Stumpy, 4-2, but really not a big gap when you consider how long both teams have spent on each half, which, oh my gosh, the own goals today!
The own goals are also not terrible. The own goals are beautiful. Just absolutely slammed backflip. Parker saying great pass in chat. Devo replying with, nice one, mate, you did well there. And what a play coming from Parker. Guild with that lead. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch.
That was, I gotta say, it's crazy to me that every own goal is just slot gang, top corner. Like, how is this happening? The most quality own goals, I mean, these are all CS pros, after all. And Juicers, Faris. What's he got? Nothing. And it's pushed out by Devo. And I find CRR, who was looking like a madman earlier today. He pops that ball in front again. Park all by himself, but you saw the rest of Guild weren't ready for it.
Just under 2 minutes and more pressure starting to build for Guild. The double touch round that left-hand wall for Reese can pick up the 100 and get ball possession. No, Devo able to sneak his way instead. Good clear from the back ball, but the double touch not being able to come out. Juicy takes to the skies, but it falls back behind him. He does cleverly leave that ball alone, though. Would have known that he was burning boost and would have done no good for his team. The touchdown from CRR, the miss, the save. Back and forth in that back third for Juicers.
Parker trying to kill that ball, and that wasn't a bad idea to try to shuffle that off of CRR. And you saw Juicy try to get in on that play. Now Juicy deleting Dorito off the play. And Juicer's getting a little tied up with each other, but Parker's got some space. CRR cuts the gap quickly. Player gets Goomba stomped. I believe that was Dorito, but he finds his way to a pass. Juicy's got the save. Faris needs a solid clear here, but CRR waits in the midfield. He's got another touch off the ceiling. Here he comes. Back over to Devo. Parker's got the first clear, but Dorito rebound taken away by Juicy. Devo pops this one up. What's he got? He's got no boost. CRR follows this up. He doesn't get the touch. Faris also has no boost. Dorito trying to push that ball out, and now Juicers trying to press, but there's CRR again.
That was a really nice chance for that counter-attack to emerge, and it did so, but Gildar straight back at it down at the other end. 30 seconds on that clock, ticking down. The pinch attempt from Parker and Juicy does not come out. Instead, Dorito on that right wall can clear it away, but with no boost, he has to head back into his own half. CRR going midfield, but as we said, Dorito had nothing. He couldn't clear that ball away. Goes high above the net, and more boost steals, more opportunities, more shots ripped on target.
Juicy last chance. He's got the ceiling. 10 boost. A pass to Parka, and he missed the shot. He hit it right into CRR. He had the rest of the net to look at, and instead hit it right into the orange car, and Guild get away with a 1-0 victory.
Yeah, wonderfully managed in that late game by Guild as well. There are a couple of chances for them to shoot when they didn't need to, take those big opportunities. They did so anyway. They kept that pressure on the Juices net and penned them back. We're just waiting to see what Juices pick as their second matchup. And as all of us predicted, because we are giga-brained, it is going to be a 1v1. We can only assume between Moxie and CRR, two of the best 2v2 players we have in this competition so far. CRR unbeaten. Moxie, one of the greatest players in Europe in the ones scene. Only been taken down a single time against a peaking exotic. This is going to be the highest ranked gameplay we have seen so far in any of the ones crew battles.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see it. Devo and Dorito have left the match. It absolutely is CRR. Of course, he hasn't lost yet, so why would you go away from that? But this is a chance for Juicers to try to stabilize a little bit. The game advantage hurts you, but the loss in the 3v3, well, it also hurts you. But you gotta win here to be able to reset the stack. I think they have a chance in 2v2.
Yeah.
Like you said before, Guild have only lost once in 2v2. So that's gonna be pretty tough, but we've seen Juicers and they
have also lost once.
Yeah, you're right. They did lose once, so they're even there. These guys match up pretty well, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Juicers have just played more matches ultimately because they went to the lowers. There's a bit more data there. But in twos, they have both lost once. In ones, only Moxie has lost once to Exotic, and CRR has to face off against an angry Moxie who earlier he had to play against a sure set that, quite frankly, he just did not deem worthy of his time.
Yeah, it was no problem. Another day at the office for Moxie. He does get the first goal there. Nice little wind up on his last shot. Get back on the kickoff. CRR's going to get the boosts. Moxie's going to let him have it and win that 50 real clean. That should be another goal. He double-checked his rear view just to make sure CRR wasn't on him, and that's 2-0.
The way that CRR has to approach this 1v1, it's got to be different to how he's approached everybody else, where you may have people who have taken forays into ones, where, they might even be ones mains potentially brought on, but they will not be at the caliber that Moxie is. He does leave that net entirely open, though, because Moxie went to go for that fake kickoff. He heads into his own corner, thinking CRR won't be able to read it, but he just does very easily, very quickly, and also sends it to the opposite corner. So Moxie trying to outplay him mentally. CRR just had the tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to catch CRR out on those fake kickoffs too often. Moxie definitely giving him the testing. He's like, all right, you got that kickoff, you nailed the corner, but how about this one? Just a little wide. Chance for Moxie. Now CRR could have the break. Moxie gets back. Actually racing to get that corner boost. He's missed all of it. Now CRR scores again. Moxie missed 2 canisters on his way back.
Yeah, Moxie trailing on that right-hand side, missed that first boost, then has to cut in as close as he can. But his dodge wasn't perfect. He then tried to veer into it, wasn't able to. CRR knew that if he flicked it far away from Moxie, the speed was not there. And we said he had to play differently. This intelligence is exactly what CRR has to offer.
Well, we might have a chance here. Stays down and wasn't going to catch Moxie out on that ball, but Moxie just getting back, or CRR, excuse me, just getting back. No boost for CRR now. Moxie's collected a lot of it. CRR needs some pads. Moxie's got the dribble. That flick's nasty, and that was not a nasty flick, but it was good enough to get the goal.
From CRR's perspective in net, he is on 0. He has to just do something. He pick up that single pad in the middle, but from where he's positioned, he's not able to fake challenge at all. Moxie knows that, and as soon as CRR starts to go, he can send it into that back corner. It was pretty choreographed, and Moxie, this time, that fake kickoff is perfect.
Oh my goodness, CR just stopped driving after that. It's like, no point. Perfect touch from Moxie. What a shot.
That's what he wanted the first time round.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's how the fake kickoff works.
My bad, says Moxie, rolling his eyes. I guess I'll do it better next time then. Going for a flip, a dash kickoff, wave dash kickoff, is able to, essentially, you do not concede on them in any given moment. You should not ever concede when you do a wave dash kickoff, and he doesn't. With CRR now relatively low on boost, has to return, but Moxie has 50. The mid boost now taken by CRR. The very, very obvious challenge coming in, and Moxie slows it down just to burn some seconds.
Burning a couple seconds, adding another goal, and it's like you said, that's a classic 50. Drop the ball down in front of your car as the defender commits, and then just jump in front of it. You neutralize the ball, and you land very nicely behind it to score. Nice work from Moxie. Thought CRR might have had a chance coming back down 2-0, excuse me, and he still got it. There's another flick. Wins that kickoff, gets a nice goal, and puts him right back in position.
Just these nice little touches, going via the boost pads, picking up as much as he can, sees Moxie starts to move away from that back corner, and so CRR puts on his glasses, targets that perfectly, and can send it above and behind Moxie into a very awkward position, considering he's also low on boost. Moxie, again with that wave dash kickoff, continues to not succeed. Most of my knowledge from 1v1s comes from either Johnny Boy show matches or from those apparently Jack videos that he's been putting out, which are fantastic. So thanks, Jack, for giving me all the knowledge that I have.
I think like 99% of mine is literally just Johnny YouTube 1v1 videos. It's all I know. Is everything that Johnny's uttered about ones is where all of my knowledge comes from.
Yeah, we are blessed to have him.
Oh, absolutely. Moxie, that's a big 50 win. That should be a 6th goal. Oh wait, CR's gotten back. Too high for Moxie. CR's got to recover. He's got it. Here's another 50. That's got to be a shot. And here comes CRR. Okay. Came down 0-2. Now coming back down from 5-3.
Brilliant aggression from CRR. Sees the Moxie, stops and goes for the backflip. And so if he can get over it and get that angle, it will hit the ceiling and come down for that shot nice and quickly before Moxie is able to recover. Now only one goal separating these two 1v1 Titans. Moxie again for the wave dash kickoff and can go for that left-hand side boost. CRR needs to try and counter that however he can. It's a very hard kickoff to counter, however. It's definitely a defensive kickoff, and Moxie goes for more offensive plays. You did not have to go for a needlessly good finish there, Moxie.
Oh, no, style absolutely counts. What a great pop from Moxie.
As well.
You gotta have the style. Gotta have the style. I'm all about it. Hashtag style in the chat. Make it happen.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Well, that's something that CRR is not going to like, but another slow kickoff. Moxie going in for the challenge with the boost advantage because he does manage to get that back corner. Going for the fake, but different styles of fake kickoffs. Keeps it unpredictable. Faking out a couple of times. 3 times.
What?
That is...
I've never seen anything like that in any of my competitive Rocket League casting. Look, I have casted community tournaments back in the day where plats were playing against each other, and I still haven't seen anything like that.
Johnny Boy did not prep me for that situation. I've never seen that occur. I don't think Moxie will want us to repeat that. I'm so happy that's going to be immortalized. It's CRR drawing it closer by 1. And do you think, firstly, that was even slightly intentional for it to go low? I'm going to say no, right? Surely he wants that to go high. Instead, it just drops to the ground like a lead balloon.
Yeah, that was kind of weird too, because like you're right. Usually, you just get the hit on the nose with the reset there, but his car just fell off of it.
Moxie's just living in the code right now. He's manipulating this game to be whatever he decides reality to be, and I'm here to just live in that Moxieverse.
He's got another one. Swings to the side, swings to the right, but couldn't put it on target. CRR, he's still very much in the game. And one slip up here from Moxie, as much fun as he must be having right now, trying to trip CRR up. It's very winnable. CRR is gonna jump from the ceiling, get the 50, but that's the danger. Going for a 50 like that, you commit pretty hard. He does recover in time. Moxie lands on the ground quickly, but couldn't put it around the post. He's going to give himself a little bit of space. Hard shot. CRR's there for the save. No boost spawns yet. There it is, right on time for Moxie. And CRR, does he get the last lap? No, Moxie's going to protect the ball and not hit it into CRR. Oh, what a move to get on top of it. Just when he thought he had him beat, Moxie able to get around it.
Moxie manipulating that half pipe in front of his net. Isn't able to get the goal from it, but it's showing his movement around the pitch is very much second to none. CRR with low boost. Moxie is fully aware, and so with the boost still very much going his way, this should be the 8th goal. Up for one to the second touch, but takes it a little bit too wide. Isn't able to get it. 45 seconds. Still in that 2-goal deficit, and Moxie burning 1,000 boosts in the last 4 seconds.
Oh, 1,000 seconds almost, it feels like. Ooh, big win against CRR there. Is he going to get there? Oh, off the post. Might have the break. Oh, what a bump.
That's brilliant. I love that. That post bounce is so good. If he goes for the sidewall, Moxie reads it. To get it off the post means that the angle is much less likely to lead into a goal. But it is all for nothing as Moxie does as Moxie does. 3 goals separating them. Only 16 seconds left. This is the game mode where CRR may well be able to get 3 back, however.
Now 16 seconds for 3 goals.
He's not doing it in 2s. He's not doing it in 3s. He might do it in 1s.
He's got to win this kickoff. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Forgot the wave landing is clean. Okay.
Maybe.
CR puts this one in.
Maybe.
Okay. This is doable.
Stumpy. The one game mode where it's possible is 1v1.
Hold up. Keep your hat on. Keep your hat on. It's not
hold.
Yet.
Chat, hold. Hold your hype. Hold your hype. This kickoff is incredibly important. CRR has to win it. I imagine he goes for maybe a wave dash kickoff as well. No, he actually dives into it. Moxie puts himself into a very, very good defensible position. Does it wonderfully, knows what he has to do. We said that it's so hard to concede when you go for a wave dash kickoff. Oh, Moxie, grow up. Come on. Just score it, mate, you coward.
He's having too much fun.
Gets that final goal, carries it from end to end, still want to separate them. Really well played by Moxie right at the death of the game. And we move into 2v2 again, where these teams are incredibly even, both going 4 wins and 1 loss in this tournament so far.
And I do think that 2s is going to be a little closer than this one was, although, I mean, don't be fooled. I guess you can't be fooled when you see the scoreline was 8-7. Definitely felt like that near the end. CRR had a couple of nice tries, took advantage of a couple Moxie mistakes. But now into the 2v2, you're going to see CRR and Dorito. But which Juicers duo are we going to see? Who will they put to task against a very powerful duo in CRR and Dorito?
I'm intrigued about that because when you look back at how they play these 2s, Juicers, they rarely use that same duo combination. They've been changing it up. They've played any combination of the 3 mainstay players. I don't actually know who they've had the most success with. I think they've gone pretty even. I think Faris and... who else was it? It was Faris and Parker. That was it. Yeah,
in there.
Yeah, they're the ones that have done well so far. But instead, they're going for Juicy and Parker. So, continuing that change up, wanting to just keep it very dynamic.
Yeah, let's see if it works out. Guild, they got to still win 2 more. And after this one, whoever the loser of this game, they get to pick any of the 3 modes. So we've gone through all 3 modes as CRR puts in the first goal right on the kickoff. But now that we've gone through all 3, after this game, the loser gets to choose any of the 3 modes. So keep that in mind as we get started.
Yeah, interesting what happens after this game because Guild, theoretically, if they lose, they will then be on that 2-all scoreline, and it's going to be they're not going to go for 1s. Do they go for 3s again? They can only do 1 or 2 of them before then having to cycle back round. This format is just incredibly interesting, and with Guild playing so well in 2s, they are going to be hard to take down.
Yeah, they get another goal here. Just popped it right over the defender, and I think that if you're Juicers, you obviously just go back right to the 1v1 if you can't pull out this 2v2 win. Give yourselves a 2-game win, and then you force Guild to pick either 2v2 or 3v3. Honestly, for Guild, I think 2v2 is their best mode. I think 3v3 is way too close. Literally, an own goal decided the 3v3 in the first game of the series. Oh, Dorito! Put that in the bag, Stumpy!
Dorito, my God! Getting that angle as Juicy is up anyway, and it just slices that right post. Touches in for the triple, all ready for Guild. Twos is just their game mode.
That was nasty stuff from Dorito. A early 3-0 scoreline. Parka picking up a demo. Juicy's going to have to make some magic happen. He gets bumped out of it.
No.
CRR is going to take that one away. It did look a little scary, especially because CRR didn't have boost and Juicy was barreling towards him.
I love just seeing the players go to the ceiling, recover from a play, and you think, is this about to go in a highlight reel? Will my words be immortalized? And I'm there just going, oh, ah! As Juicy goes for something weird. I always hope it does. I always do.
No one makes better noises, that's for sure. Parka sets this up, but that's a really hard committal there by Juicy. It's going to be a free goal.
Yeah, open once again. 4 going in for Guild. 2v2 is such a different game mode than 3s and from 1s respectively, despite it sitting dead in the middle. You have to play it, you have to play the rotations like 3s, but you have to play the mechanics like 1s. And getting that balance is incredibly hard. You see a lot of the pros, they typically grind 2s. It's normally one of their favorite game modes to play because you got one teammate to go with, you know, you can get a lot more say on the play. Juicy bumped into that save this time. Still, Gil taking full decision over how this game ends up going. Pinches just touch high, and Juicy, waiting for the challenge, is able to get the first goal here for Juicers.
The ball got stuffed there between Parka and CRR, and I don't think it mattered who touched that ball between the two of them. It was always going right back out to Juicy. But, I mean, you're absolutely right about 2v2. I think that the difference is, you say position like 3s, and then the challenges are interesting because you can't just dive at the ball like you can as second man, right? You have to play the follow-up of whatever the player on the other team is about to do, but you also have to be ready for it. You can't pull too far off. Otherwise, you're just giving the other team possession. You're giving them more boost, pulling off, and hoping you can just react to whatever they do. So it's a delicate balance of being in the right position for the follow-up, but also not over-committing on the play. And mistouch from CRR gives Parka a nice little redirect.
Yeah, Parker moving up with that play. Saw that CRR was not in a fortuitous position and so can continue down the pitch and takes full advantage of an absolute misplay. Now only 2 goals separating Guild when they looked so incredibly strong to start out this 2s game.
And the pass out. Juicy, no boost for him. Parka said that's mine. Parker drills through one. Maybe he's got another, but he's going to take the boost and leave. Juicy's got the next 50. Dorito sees CRR downfield. They connect. Parker's up in the air, and he stuffs the ball. Nice job on the backboard by Juicers. Now they got to move downfield. Juicy around Dorito. Dorito recovers, but can't get by Juicy. Finally gets the last touch onto the ball. CRR can slow it right back down in the neutral zone. Juicers stuffed a little bit here. You see Juicy trying to protect his own boost, and he gets bumped for his efforts. Now Juicy, the ball dropped down right in front of him. Hard shot taken away by CRR. Parker kicks it in reverse immediately to get back to it.
That's such a confident save as well from CRR. Doesn't even, wait to get that 1v1 situation. Can dive into the ball immediately. Knows that that hook shot is only going in one place. If he chucks his Octane in the way of it, that is not going to form into a goal. I have loved Juicy's movement throughout this entire game so far. When he plays confidently and when it starts to turn on in the last 2 minutes or so for Juicers, he just looks so much better. He plays like a different player. Oh, what? CRR! Taking the opportunity of a lifetime.
He downloads the pinball mod and ding, ding, ding. Bing, 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 bing. High score! Juicers. Unfortunate. Oof. Goals down.
Damn! Just, if you felt like that was starting to be a comeback for Juicers, where they felt they were getting, a lot more say in the game, and then CRR just falls on the ball and gets a goal where I think Dorito wasn't able to get the shot off because of how he just landed, then that is a harsh place to be in for any Juicers fans, and especially for the players. There's 90 seconds remaining, 3 goals to separate them, but Guild are on fire.
Still some chances here for Juicers. They gotta get the start. I really think they gotta get the clock started with at least a minute left. Buys you enough time with 2 goals to go, but Doritos got control, wasting a lot of that time right now. Juicy and Parker both gonna sit back. Juicy caught on the wall. He doesn't got it. The CRR doesn't have it either. Held on to his flip at the last second. Big bump, and not over a minute left, but just under. Still gonna get it done. Parker puts them within 2.
That's a spectacular bump as well. Just getting knocked out of the way opens it entirely for Parker. Minute remaining, Jorby. We said they need to finish it in, around a minute left or so. There are still 2 goals. They've scored 3 in the 4 minutes preceding this moment. It's still a mountain to climb, but they got a couple of rapid goals earlier on.
Oh no! Parker gave it up! It's a failed fake kickoff into a failed center into the middle of his net. You see that touch from Dorito. Parker was on the opposite side. They drew it up, and CRR lit it on fire.
That is quite literally the opposite of what he wanted to happen. That just getting that touch is something that I see happen in ranked so many times at like C3 level, and I'm like, it's so avoidable. Just slow it down, wait for the teammate to get back, figure out where you want to go. Don't just dive into it. But Parker has fallen prey to his own defense. Juicy trying to shoot again, but it starts to become a lot harder from that goal going in. 30 seconds, 3 goals needed. Juicy not opting to take the shot on that one. And the backflip finding Dorito from CRR this time. Final 20. You have to be looking at now a 3-1 scoreline in favor of Guild. But it does mean that Juicers are able to pick what happens in this next match.
Up high, Juicers obviously gonna go with 1v1. I'm calling it.
Sure.
Best mode. Big brain is 1v1. Don't pick 3v3 or 2v2. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Then you just give Guild the option to pick 2v2, and we know how that went last time.
Yeah. Also,
let's see what they give us.
Mid-game in that 2v2, Moxie joined the match. So I think they basically already prepped it. They were like, 4-1 down, and they were like, Moxie, sorry, can you play Rocket League for us, please? You're already good at Rocket League, actually. Yeah, can you give us a win, please, mate? Yeah, thank you.
We got a problem. We're still...
We got a problem here, guys. They've got so many goals.
Moxie, remember those flicks, man? You got those? You got any more flicks?
Got those in your pocket, Moxie? Yeah, you can use like 1,000 of them. Cool. Can you take us to
Moxie?
Please, bro. Seriously, bro. I need some flicks. It's gonna be Moxie just, I think, going through the motions. But the CRR, like, he has got... Oh, we look at what happened with Moxie. And I'm going to say that CRR has got more to offer, despite the fact it was 8 goals to 7 goals. But it was Moxie taking it easy. I don't think Moxie really felt that threatened in that game. I think CRR is obviously incredible at ones, blah, blah, blah. But Moxie is that next level above. A couple of goals are in between the two of them. It becomes very scary to try and bring that back against a player such as Moxie, especially when he stops going for some of the silly shots that he was attempting. And instead of CRR... Oh, wait, no, hang on.
Dorito?
Yeah, Dorito. Okay, Dorito joined, then left, then got back in.
He's like, am I?
Wait, CRR got kicked. CRR now is back in, and he will be playing versus Moxie. I thought CRR fancied it, and I was so excited.
We got baited. Honestly, put Devo in. I want to see Devo. Let's see the Devo one.
Put Marky in. Let's see a slaughter.
Yeah, Mark, you've been keeping up with ones, right? Come on, you got this.
Surely, bro.
No, it's gonna be CRR versus Moxie again. The score line last time was 8-7. Effectively, it was 8-6, though, when the clock hit 0. The CRRs might get the first laugh, but it's popped up. I think the main thing for CRR is you can't be too aggressive, but you also got to respect Moxie's control, which is immaculate. And we'll see what happens. Whoever strikes first. Moxie, light touch. Didn't get any power on that touch. He's only got 13 here. He's going to have to fall back.
The 100 boost pickup as well from CR. He can delay it. He's able to get a shot off, but Moxie to save. And Moxie with a 100 boost pickup, that is massive for him. Another chance for the attack. And the way earlier that we saw Moxie with an open net miss, the way earlier that we saw CRR get a couple of goals against him was by being too aggressive. And it was by diving in. This time, look at that. Playing cleverly, playing with intelligence, taking the ball close to his chest and then dribbling it from a position that Moxie wasn't able to recover from. I think Moxie will start off going for these, some big shots, going for the challenges that he wouldn't normally go for if it was like a big money show match. CRR, he can get himself a couple of goals buffer from that if he challenges effectively as well.
Oh, he missed the wave landing. Oh, that was going to be an easy goal for Moxie, but he missed that wave landing on the kickoff, completely spun out. But look at this. Oh, that was nasty. Power slide into the backflip flick. That's a nice little goal.
Lovely touch as well, just going sideways, cutting it in, and then flicking so gently over the top of CRR, chipping him just as he comes off his goal line.
Wasn't even a backflip flick. He backflipped, but it was just the pop that was good enough to get it over CRR. Moxie getting bullied off the ball. Is that going to be another goal for CRR? It is. Moxie trying to just take the challenge to CRR in front. And it doesn't work out. You see him try to jump in front of it, but CRR met him there. That's the big key there. Because if CRR doesn't jump, Moxie wins that 50. It's over his hood, right? But CRR jumps as Moxie does, keeps his car a little bit centered behind the ball rather than being to the side of it. And that puts the 50 in his favor. But Moxie gets the 50 on the kickoff and ties it right back up.
Look at the wave dash landing from Moxie here. This is what separates him. He goes to the challenge with a single jump and then wave dashes as he lands. It gives him that little speed boost where he can then accelerate towards the ball quicker than CRR was ever going to be able to. That's where just one's brain really comes in. He knew the challenge was going to be a slow, flat one. If he gets the wave dash, CRR will not score and instead go in the way of Juices in it. And now with low boost, he can go for a flick against a boost-filled CRR. You still see Moxie have the advantage.
Yeah, he's got the catch, CRR. Perfect half flip to land, and it was just too much. Moxie didn't even need a lot of boost to do it. He used every small pad on his way. I don't even think he needed all of them, but he executed the flick perfectly. You gotta find a way to challenge him. You can't let Moxie cover that much ground because you're not defending that flick. You're just not. It's too powerful, that close to the net. He's got it on lock, and now he's just stolen it away from CRR. Does he get the goal? CRR dives for it, and he's got it.
It was a good idea, though, from Moxie, just to take one slow shot and then go for the quick shot. See if he can sink that Scorpion's tail into the chest of CRR. Moxie now going for the hook. Look at that top right corner exposed, but CRR diving in the way and getting the save. Moxie tried to slow it down to get that corner boost, wasn't able to. Sorry, the mid boost, then gets the corner boost. Moxie with the flip reset now. CRR has to be careful. Goes for the fake challenge, then backs off, and then comes back in. Trying to go for the much more mind games this time. That intelligence from CRR has worked out previously. Moxie, can he get the shot? Yes, he can.
Excellent work here from Moxie. CRR, his approach, he's got no boost, needs to get the corner. Now he's got to read Moxie here. He's thinking that shot's going to come a little more straight on the line as he approaches it. He goes a little higher, thinking he can get on top of the challenge, but Moxie doesn't get under the ball again and instead lets it drop to his nose, and then a perfect shot. Timed his dodge well. CRR's caught out. A nice 2-goal lead for Moxie.
Just go for the long shot after he does pick up that mid boost. And that boost control going the way of Moxie time and time again, where his one brain is really getting turned on when he sees the boost timers, and he can look into the matrix with how he looks at this game. Same with a lot of these ones players. CRR, though, taking full advantage of the Moxie miss.
Moxie, another mistake here. He jumped with 0 boost, and that just has me scratching my head a little bit, Stumpy, for reasons. CRR gonna punish him immediately and keep the goal line within 1.
Yeah, Moxie really, I think in that first series, he was not messing around, but he was very much knowing, look, I can play this a little bit more like free play. I can win this one 99 times out of 100. This time, CRR is really stretching him.
Oh, here's CRR again off the ceiling, and he got away from him. And that's going to be a goal. Moxie knows it, puts it in. 5-3, but CRR really left one out here.
I think CRR wanted to go for a musty, but the ball got too far away from him. Then he tried to land it, or he tried to get a pogo. But regardless, it just falls to Moxie. He can get the clear away, gets it to the ceiling, then an instant counter. CRR, I don't think out-mechanicking Moxie is going to do it. You have to go for the intelligent challenges instead.
Even there, you're going to have struggles, though, because then you'll get the ground pogos from Moxie, where he just won't take the challenge. And he'll force you to come up and beat him. Even if it means he concedes a goal there, he's confident that he knows he can get the second one. And we've just been consistently going 2 goals down, 1 goal down. 2 goals down, 1 goal down. CRR really trying to buy that game-tying goal. Can he get it this time?
Yeah, Moxie is just being that insurance merchant. He tries to go for something cool. Okay, fine, I'll get the 2-goal lead. Okay, it didn't work. Now it's a 1-goal lead. Okay, right, 2-goal lead. We'll see how are they, like you say, be able to get that draw, be able to get that tying goal. Moxie finds himself in a very awkward position, has to challenge against CRR, he then goes to the corner, actually wraps around nicely, will opt to go for that corner boost. Moxie missing that mid, and so the ball rolls fully back into his corner. CRR with the challenge, has to stay airborne, otherwise Moxie gets full advantage, but the mid boost spawning. CRR no longer on a low amount. Opts to not go for that challenge, instead CRR central, waiting, going for the wave dash, not able to get it over the top of one.
Oh,
and now he can though, and that's the drawing goal.
Excellent for CRR. Doesn't flip on that, lets Moxie take it away, and gets the cheeky bump into the half flip, putting him right in position. And now with a minute left, Stumpy, Moxie's looked good, but there's been some holes in the armor. Moxie hasn't had a perfect game, and CRR has kind of shoved a knife into those holes. He's just got to wedge them open, but Moxie, he went to the armor shop. He's cleaned up some of those holes and now patching it up.
Fresh from the blacksmith, and Moxie manages to tap it central and then absolutely schlim-schlam it home. 54 seconds, another goal. Schlim-schlam, it's really fun to say.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. I just kind of said it.
You just started saying it? That's amazing.
I just said it then, I think for the first time, but it felt great.
I think that should just go in your repertoire, honestly.
Maybe I'm going to shout that in London.
Oh, off the bar, it's out. And Moxie got caught driving a little too far forward, but he's got the half flip and pushes it out to the side. CRR 12 boost, and oh no, his wheel skidded across the side wall. Say it ain't so, a 2-goal lead again for Moxie.
Just writing history books over and over again with 1 goal, 2 goal, 1 goal, 2 goal. And we find ourselves in a 2-goal era. 30 seconds for CRR to bring it back. He has done it once, but if he doesn't, this will bring Juicers onto game number 6, and Guild are not able to take it. That then, Jorby, correct me if I'm wrong, will leave us with the 2v2?
It will likely be a 2v2 if Juicers, if CR doesn't somehow come back here. I like the idea on the delayed kickoff, but it didn't work. Oh wait, big win, big boost, big shot, big goal, 15 seconds. Stumpy.
Jorby.
Stumpy.
Jorby.
It's happening.
It's happening. CRR needs the tying goal and then an overtime. I feel like we know that Moxie theoretically should win this, and so we very much want CRR to do so. Get it for the Guild charity. Is Moxie able to clear this one away, though, with yet another goal? He definitely fakes it out, just slowing time, staying close, picking up 12. CRR with a miss, and Moxie to his own corner wants to let time run out in an environment he is comfortable with. Will be pinching it far away. CRR cannot catch up with it. But what a performance CRR has put up against. Like, he has done such a genuinely phenomenal job to keep it within, firstly, 1 goal, and secondly, 2 in the second series.
Look, this happened in North America, Stumpy, where, so all mid with Chronic. Chronic won a bunch of 1v1s to put all mid in position to win series. And then you know what they did? They started putting him in 2v2 and even 3v3. Look, I know Moxie doesn't play like a lot of threes, but it's going to be 2v2. And 2v2 is enough. It's enough like ones. It's enough like ones. You get some space, and I think Moxie's skills certainly lend him to be successful in 2v2.
Are you thinking put Moxie in?
I think you got to put Moxie in. You got to play the hot hand. Like, even if he isn't comfortable in the mode, it doesn't matter. If he's playing well, he's playing well. And I think Moxie's playing pretty good right now. I don't know if Juicers have the ice in the 2v2. They got destroyed last time.
I agree.
You gotta put Moxie in.
I think otherwise, like you say, I'm looking at this and thinking it's an 8 times out of 10, Juicers lose this. Like, the 2v2 is so strong from Guild. Why not take that risk? This may well be the final game of the series anyway. Try something new. But instead, they return to Old Faithful. It's Parker and Faris.
We should have told Juicers that Raze Bull beat Daniel in a 1v1 last week. like we should have reminded them of that. A guy who is literally unranked in 1v1 beat one of the best 1v1 players in North America. But Moxie's not going to join. That's fine. Parker and Faris are great players, and they pick up the first goal. And they're going to make us look silly as they pick up the first.
Oh, I'm going to force myself to be happy for them, even though I want the Moxie meta to be real. That is a really good start for them, though. They essentially earn themselves a handicap. They get that 1-goal lead 2 seconds in.
Now, CRR off the kickoff. Ooh, Dorito getting the bump, but he's just giving up the goal. And there's 2.
There's 2.
7 seconds in. 2.
There's 2. It's not going how we planned. It's not going how Guild would have planned. This is CRR and Dorito. This is
against the narrative.
This is the ultimate Spanish bim bam. And yet, ... they are losing. It's a great position for Juicers to be in. 2 goals in 10 seconds. Who wouldn't want that?
If they go to the 3v3, which is where we will go for Game 7 if we get there, it's anyone's match. Juicers, again, it was a 1-goal game, and their Guild's 1 goal was an own goal. That's another goal. This is the exact reverse of what happened last time. Throw all your notes out the window. None of them matter anymore. Not even 30 seconds in.
What a bump! What a genuinely just brilliant bump! Good play in the corner from Faris, sees that Dorito's about to get the touch, instead gets him gone, and that's 3 in 30. Okay, we see what you can do here, Juicers. Let's continue it. Let's carry it on, because CRR and Dorito clearly were not anticipating this level of play. Can't quite get that double touch. You have to think, harken back to a couple of series ago. Dorito scores that 10 times out of 10.
Oh, I like Faris's idea there. He just couldn't get the bump on the CRR. Now he's got a pass from Dorito. Drops it. Pass, maybe. Dorito had grabbed the boost and got a little too close there. CRR didn't really have an angle, instead protected the ball instead of getting the free clear. But here comes Parka, trying to center it up. He's got it back to Faris, who had to pull off as Dorito was right behind the ball. What a pinch, forcing CRR back. Parka gonna not do anything, and CRR's got a 1v1. Flips it over and saved by Faris.
Lovely turn from CRR as well to get the opportunity, faking out one direction and then faking the second. The boost going in favor of Faris there. Goes to the ceiling. Can he get another touch? Decides not to, and actually waits for CRR to go for one instead. Goes very well for Dorito, but shoots so lightly that Faris just has to flop in the way of that ball to save it.
Well, that one's by CRR, and Dorito's the whole way back. He's got to respect Parka on this play. The follow-ups haven't been as cleanly from Guild. They've tried to pass it to each other, and instead they're just getting deleted. Another one taken out. I think, see, that second demo happened, and then Moxie joined the lobby. He said, oh, wait, we're winning. Let me get in there.
I saw that. I love the idea. Also, he might be thinking, wait, so guys, sorry, we're going to be playing ones again, are we? They're like, no, we can't play ones until we play threes. Learn the format, Moxie. You're not in until Game 7. If this goes to Game 7 1v1, oh, I'm excited.
Well, it can't. It has to be 3v3 because we played the 1v1.
Oh, because they did the one
the
already.
first choice. Yeah, exactly.
Good point.
It's over. There's no more 1v1. That's all Moxie can do.
Wait, but Moxie maybe preparing for the threes, question mark?
That'd be crazy. Or maybe he's here to witness the Juicers comeback.
Maybe.
Remember, Guild started with a game advantage.
Yeah.
So this has been really tight for Juicers, and they've been keeping Guild out on the 2v2 right now. What a response after the way that first 2v2 went.
Yeah, huge, absolutely massive. So I love that they've been able to come back from that, seeing as it was such a big scoreline going against them. I think it was 6-3 in the end. Oh, Dorito. Okay, that's one of potentially many.
I like that one. Faris forced into a really tough spot. You saw him trying to read CRR. He thought initially CRR was going to drill the ball or drive the ball forward. So he was positioning his car to push it back to the corner, but CRR slows down. He stops touching the ball, and that forced Faris into a bad touch. And that was a good move there by CRR. And a little bit of scoring for Guild. And it was 6-3 last time, Stumpy. You are correct.
Nice. Thank you, Brain. That's the double boost miss is what I was from Parker. He could have gone for a good attack. Instead, it falls to nothing. Dorito shooting on target. Parker to clear it into that right-hand corner. Minute 30. Guild, they need to bring back 2. But if there are 2 players that I think can bring back 2, it's going to be these lads.
Let's see if they can do it. CRR's got the demo, and Faris, what a recovery! He got bumped out of the way by CRR. Dorito takes him out of the play now. He's a little frustrated. Parka's already respawned. Dorito, no chance! Parka gets revenge for the demo, and now he's got the turnaround. Here he comes underneath. He got the wave landing catch, but Dorito was on top of it. Shot, wide goal! Juicers keep on going.
Holy moly, that shot going to the opposite side left Jorby thesaurusless. 3 goals now separating them yet again. And that is Juicers continuing to push in the late game.
That doesn't happen often, does it?
It really doesn't.
Dorito. CRR, only 37. He pops it across, and Juicers might force game 7. Dorito, he's got nothing here. Wait, CRR, he might have something. Faris on the wall. Parka up for the challenge. No flip there for CRR. It was a good idea, but again, Faris blows through Dorito and now has an open net and a crossbar that he had a date with, and unfortunately, I don't think it went too well. There's a free goal. Oh, it's on the post! Dorito? Okay. It's still within reach. It's still within reach, Stumpy.
Like 2 seconds they wasted by missing that initially. CRR can get the close cut in though, and Dorito reading it really nicely off that skim. Jubilee Dragon flying from the net. 2 goals separating them yet again with 37 seconds before the game ends. And we go to a game 7, 3v3. Locked in no matter what. Can Juicers hold on?
Faris just gotta waste time. CRR is gonna grab this, and he gets deleted again. Dorito having to come in quickly. Got the 50 against Parka, but they're running out of time. CRR just couldn't get a wave landing. He couldn't buy one. Parka, oh no.
Oh no.
Microtransactions, he wouldn't have been able to buy that. It's over. It's over, Stumpy. Game 7. We're gonna be going to the 3v3. Can you believe Juicers come back like this? And force the game 7. What?
It shows how important, though, for Guild going through the uppers was. We're only in game 7 because they bought that first game win by being in the uppers. Like, otherwise, this is a 3-2 to Juicers for the games that they have won so far in the grand finals, and yet they sit level. Juicers have got such an axe to grind, and it falls to the game mode, the team mode of 3v3, one where you look at their win records, and Juicers, they've played so many more 3v3s in this competition, much more than anybody else, because they went to the lowers and they've gone the furthest out of anybody in the lowers. I think they've got a better win percentage as well against rather than Guild, so technically favoring Juicers here.
I think they might do it.
The rational part of my ape brain is leaning towards Guild. Am I wrong?
I don't know, man. Parker's looking pretty good. Faris looking pretty good.
It was only a 1-0 in game 1 as well. Or game 2.
It was an own goal from Juicers. And you want to give Guild credit?
Oh, I don't think I do. Jorby. I think we're looking at Juicers that are potentially able to run it through the lowers.
Juicers. The 1v1 specialist again. The difference maker in this best of 7. We saw it in North America with All Mid and Chronic. And now we're seeing it again with Moxie and Juicers. And look at this! Look at this, Stumpy! They want it. They want it bad.
What a start! Kicking it off with a pass from Parker, finding the force of Faris, the opposite corner, unable to be saved away by CRR. Early lead for Juicers.
An exciting comeback for Juicers. They went down, again, the game advantage for Guild. They went down 3-1 in the series and then marched their way back to force this game 7. Dorito kicks the ball over one. You know, Devo's been, he's been cold for a while. When's the last time we saw Devo on the pitch? I hope he's been keeping his hands warm, because
it was game 2 last time we saw him, because otherwise it's been a 1v1. Oh, the top corner though, found by CRR. Ignoring the fact that, you know, we've not seen Devo, because it is all about the Dorito CRR show. But yeah, otherwise it's been 1v1. Sorry, oh my gosh, it's been a 3v3 in game 1. Then it was a 1v1, a 2v2, a 1v1, then a 2v2. And so now we're back to the 3v3. Devo's nipped off and had his tea. He had some beans on toast. He's loving life. And now he's back to play some more Rocket League.
Belly full and mechanics. Well, at least the 50's looking good. CRR shot, and Parka, no chance he was going to get to it. He gets his second goal.
It was a good pass again from Devo coming out where he puts it into an awkward position for Parker to save it and forces him to that goal line, potentially able to bump him away from that too. I don't know if Parker had that save regardless, but Devo cleared the threat anyway, shoved him with a cattle prod and got the lead for Guild.
Juicy going to take control. They did not have that lead for very long. Faris trying to generate another one, but a second to third man pass is always going to be a little risky. Parker pushes it up against the ramp. Juicer's not going to spend a lot of time on defense. Pushing by, 50s aren't really going their way right now. CRR off the ceiling. Does he do it again? He does. He didn't even need an extra touch, Stumpy.
How does one's brain do something so utterly bonkers? Catching it from speed with a pinch from the left-hand wall, he takes it low with that awkward touch and can then dunk it underneath the keeper. CRR is cracked.
It's just a little different for CRR. Flips it up back to Devo. One touch, but he gets pushed off the play. CRR still got the touch. Juicer's got to stop the bleeding here. You don't want to go down 4-1. Got to find a way to respond to Guild's offense, really to CRR's offense, as he got a quick hat trick. Look at the score line for Guild. Look at the scoreboard. CRR has 550 points. Dorito just got over 100. He was just sitting at like 88. Devo's at 72. It's literally the CRR show right now.
I mean, CRR has been in every single match so far in this grand finals, and Devo's been one. Like, he is clearly warm.
Parka. That goes back to what I was saying earlier, is you got to put your players in who you want to play. That's a nice shot from Juicy. He puts the ball in the back, puts Juicers within one.
Someone who I continue to be impressed with is Faris, where he can find these passes out of nowhere. Like, he lands on the floor and then jumps to then send it over towards the midfield, and Juicy receiving it with such precision. It goes to the same shot that Faris has already smashed through at the start of this game. Can he go for that one as well? He can from the ceiling. Juicy, goal number 2.
Juicy right off the ramp. Nice catch. Used the ceiling to pinch that ball down, and it was a perfect arc towards the net. You dream of pinching it off the ceiling that perfectly. No defender able to get a touch on that ball, and just like that, we're tied up, and they just took the lead. Oh my goodness, Juicers, 3 straight goals in what, 40 seconds?
They need to stop the bleed. Guild falling apart in the last 20-30 seconds. They've conceded 3 goals when they were clearly riding off the coattails of CRR. Instead, it is that 3-man effort on the side of Juicers that have got them this lead. It is that teamwork, that cohesion, and 3 minutes remaining, potentially able to take down Guild despite that game advantage.
A shootout already. Faris flips that one over CRR. He wants the dunk. Not going to get that one. Juicy also diving for it. And no 50s working out for Juicer right now. Dorito, nice pass to Devo. Flips it over one. Dorito's there. And Dorito, goal! Tie game.
Oh, I really felt like Juicy had a chance to save it when initially there was nothing there for him. Seeing as he also got stopped by Devo, that was the only thing, actually, that stopped the save coming in. The Devo bump right in that corner. Dorito bringing it level. We go to half-time. No oranges here for them to snack on. Instead, a blue and orange battle.
Oh, Parka underneath. I think Juicers are feeling like it's harvesting season. But Juicy trying to push that ball out, and it just gets cleared away by Devo. Still, Guild are going to have to chase this ball down. There's Dorito with the neutral zone control, but that one popped away. He couldn't find the target. Devo also trying to keep it close. He just got a sneaky double in between the entire team. Call him the Threadmaster.
Devo, literally, who even are you? You don't play for like 5 games, then you come in and cut the goal in half. Applying splash to the whetstone. 5 goals. Nuts.
He just went through all 3 of them. Nobody touched that ball. He put it in the perfect spot. It's like, oh yeah, Parker's on the ground. Okay, put it on the wall. Oh wait, Juicy's there too. Okay, let me keep it close. Oh, double tap. Okay, sorry, Faris, you don't get a chance at the ball. Like, what? Come on, man.
I love polite Devo. Polite Jorby Devo. That's great. He's Scouse. He's much more aggressive than that.
Devo getting that ball out to CRR before he gets deleted. Parka in some trouble. He needs some help. You see Faris wanted to, but had to park it. Another touch for Devo. Does he get another double? No, it's taken away. CRR gave a good bounce to Dorito. And Juicers are kind of locked right now. And Devo with no boost. They have to respect him in the neutral zone. That's actually going to kill things for Guild. Dorito gets the bump on the Parka. Devo dives out of the way. CRR helps him out. And now that's another goal, another tie. Oh, who's going to run out of bullets?
It was the double commit from CRR and Devo. And also a really, I think, underrated pass there from Faris, where he jumps off the wall in the corner, which is actually weirdly hard to do, and then gets it perfectly, parallel with the goal, and Parker can sink it. 10 goals in this behemoth game so far, and there's still a minute remaining.
So many goals scored in the first 2 minutes of the game. Just hasn't stopped. Faris didn't really have anywhere to put that ball, but CRR was right in that area. Juicy flipping that one back up. Parker going to get the big clear. It does force Guild back for now into the corner. Parker deletes CRR. Dorito flings it up high, but Juicy wins the touch. Faris is in the area. He forces the 50 out. Nobody from Juicers can go. Wait, Parker threading through, trying to get back to the corner. He's got control. The shot taken away by Dorito. Faris coming around the ramp now. He misses the ball completely, but gets the demo. CRR picking up pads, living that small pad life, and moving down the field. Got it over Juicy. Devo backflips out of the way, knowing he's not going to get control, and when you thought CRR was going to break out for Guild, the ball gets put right back into the orange half.
It's the final 20 seconds until a Game 7 overtime. CRR takes it high up for the double, but Juicy able to clear that one away. A boost steal from Parker on his own half will leave them low on the retaliation. Flying high, intercepted by Juicy. The double into the center. Parker to receive. Parker to make dreams happen, but kept high by Faris.
They still have it. It's still in the air. Parker's got no boost. It's just got to be Juicy. Lets it drop.
Jorby.
Stumpy.
Jorby.
Stumpy.
It's Game 7 overtime.
Oh, Juicers might do it. Guild trying to stop them. CRR picks this up off the side wall. Here he comes off the ceiling, drops it down, and Dorito was hoping that he would just plant that onto his nose. Instead, Juicers get the clear downfield. Now CRR, he's jumped for it. He wins it. Devo comes back down. Goal! CRR activates the crystal ball, giving Guild the victory.
From the ceiling, death will reign, and it is dealt to the hand of Devo. 20